Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I've been away for a few weeks. I've been so busy with school, but the good news is I'm not too busy that I can't talk about the DÔEN holiday collection. I love DÔEN holiday. We go through it every year. It's super great. They have some really fun romantic pieces. They really bring out a lot of lace and silk and special details during this time of year. Oh, and velvet too. I forgot about velvet. So there's a lot going on, and I've selected a few things to talk about today. Of course, there will be more holiday drops down the line, and so this is kind of just a little taste. I think we'll probably get more into the special occasion wear as the season goes on. As always, I will have everything that I'm discussing linked down below. And please let me know down below in the comments what your favorite item from this drop was. The first piece that I'm gonna start out with is actually not part of this collection. They did release a special one for this collection. I didn't order that one, I went classic, but that is the Petra cardigan, which I'm currently wearing. If you'll remember, earlier in the fall, I tried on the blue version and I liked it, but I didn't feel like I had enough ways that I could wear a light blue / teal cardigan. Little did I know, the answer was just order it in black and you'll wear it literally every day. So that's what I did. This cardigan is 35% polyamide, 33% alpaca, and 32% extra fine merino wool. So overall, it's pretty soft. I am a little sensitive to animal hair. I'm typically the type of person that has to wear merino wool or cashmere to feel comfortable in a wool sweater. However, I find this one really comfortable. I'm just wearing a t-shirt with it right now, so short sleeves here, and it isn't bothering me, and I've been wearing it for most of the day and it's not bothering me. So I'm considering this a win. I think that because they use extra fine alpaca as well, it makes it a little less itchy for those who are sensitive. I get that question a lot. I know it's very subjective because everybody feels differently about something, but in comparison to some of the Saison sweaters that I've had in the past that have really similar compositions, this is definitely less itchy. I find Saison knits to be quite itchy, and that's why I stopped shopping with them for the most part. Another thing I like about this sweater is I love these big mother of pearl buttons. I think they're so pretty that they're like larger than you would expect. They really stand out. So I think this makes this cardigan look just really elevated and pretty and nice. It's soft. I love that it has a bit of a fuzzy texture to the eye and when you feel it, I guess. And yeah, I just didn't have a black cardigan, so here we are. Really like it, and I'm gonna be wearing this for all of the cold days ahead. I think the silhouette is just really flattering as well. It's not too long. Honestly, it's a little cropped probably for the average person. I have a shorter torso, so I really like the length on myself, but just kind of keep that in mind as you're ordering, and maybe that would cause you to size up just to get it a little bigger. Like all of the cardigans that I ordered from DÔEN, I got this in a size small, just so I have a little extra room and that I can layer underneath things, and I think it's the perfect size. I love this one. If you don't already have the Petra, I think you need to try it. Especially if you're not super sensitive to animal hair, this one might be a really good option for you. Okay, next up, let's talk about something that I really didn't like. This is the Leah top, and it's really pretty. I think this really checks all the boxes on what makes DÔEN holiday collections so fun and interesting. They have lace, there's a big velvet tie around the neck and in the front to form a bow. There's velvet and lace once again at the cuffs. Really nice like fabric covered snaps. So when you button it, it just feels very luxurious. Also, this top is 100% silk. All of the details, everything 100% silk. I mean, even the trim, that's interesting. Let me check that out. That would really surprise me, but I guess that it would warrant the $400 price tag. You know, it doesn't say anything about the trims on the tag. Velvet, of course, can be silk, but you don't really see that very often. So if this velvet is silk, then I am impressed. So what I really did not like about this top, honestly, to be honest, bordering on hate, what I hated about this top is It came nicely tied in a beautiful bow at the neckline here, except to get it on, I had to untie the bow. It didn't fit over my head with the bow. And then when I tried to retie it, velvet is notoriously difficult to tie and get to lay flat. I found it just really hard to tie while I was wearing it on myself. I think I could probably make a pretty good bow with it if it was off of my body, but on my body, I just could not tie this thing for the life of me. I also noticed that the model is wearing it open a few snaps and with the ties dangling, and I didn't even try to wear it that way just because I wasn't really enjoying wearing it in the first place. But I suppose if you wore it that way, it's probably a little bit easier to put on and make the velvet ties look nice. The other thing is it's also incredibly sheer, and obviously I knew that when I ordered it. They told me that. It's on the website that it's sheer. It's a 1 on the sheer scale, but I just don't really know what you put under this. Like maybe a little silk bralette or something, like something you really don't mind people seeing, like something that might look good with the top. You kind of have to style it that way. Like you have an underpiece that looks good with this top as well. And I just didn't feel like putting in the effort to finding something in my drawer to pair with it. Overall, just really not for me. I think it's really pretty, and I'm sure there's gonna be some really cool people out there that find a way to style this in a beautiful way, but just not my style and too fussy, just too fussy for me. I know that's the point of holiday collections, to be a little fussy because you're usually wearing them for a special occasion, but I do not have fussy style. Let's talk about this little top because this is really pretty and I really like this one. So they have this top on their website in other colors, but they just launched 2 new ones for holiday, and it's just a little silk cami. This is the Lure top, and I really liked this black and white contrast one. I thought this might look really chic together, especially since if I end up keeping this is something that I plan on wearing outside of the house, maybe as a going out top or something I would wear on a date night or something. Definitely would need a jacket though, especially if I'm wearing this in the fall and winter. It's too chilly to wear this on its own right now. So this is more of a boxy fit, it says on the website. And because of that, I decided to get it in a size extra small because I didn't want it to be too wide. It looks quite wide if you notice it here. And I think that that was the right call. It is quite boxy, so that's something that I'm still kind of debating on if I like the way that it looks and feels on me. I don't really want it to make me look boxy, if that makes sense. So not really sure about the fit. I do really like that on this cami, they don't put adjusters. It's a little annoying because you do have to go to the tailor if you need the straps altered at all. There's a little extra length in here, or you could have a tailor take it in. But it also just makes it look more streamlined and chic to not have metal adjusters on the back of your tank top. So I really like that they put that thought into the detail. The lace is really pretty, and I really like the way that this looks actually underneath the Petra cardigan. So a lot of wins going for this one. I'm just not really sure if I need it. It is 100% silk, it's really nice, but I do have other silk tank tops that are part of pajama sets that I definitely could wear out, and I don't. So just because I already have some that kind of serves the same purpose and I don't wear it in the way that I was intending to wear this top, makes me hesitate a little bit on if it's the smartest move for me to keep this. I'm somebody who gets really, really cold, and when I go out to dinner in the fall and winter, I'm not usually wearing a tank top. I usually am wearing a sweater. I don't usually go for the silky little pieces in the fall and winter. So while I really like this one, and I think if you like it too, I would definitely go ahead. It's really beautiful. I love the silk, and I really like that they put on these really nice thick straps. I don't know if I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this, but really pretty for holiday, and overall just a very nice piece. The next top was probably my biggest surprise because I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. So this is the Oleta top, or Oleta top. As you can tell, it's very sweet. Like there is this full-on lace collar, polka dots, it has kind of these puffy, rounded sleeves, and the buttons down the front are sparkly. So there's a lot of very sweet, feminine, a little over the top details going on here. So I kind of thought it would be a little too much for me. But when I put this on, I just really liked the fit, and I thought it looked actually really cool with what I'm wearing today. It's just a pair of jeans and my little Repetto Camille heels. Not like super dressed up or fancy, but for some reason I loved the way this top looks with this pair of Levi's I have on. I don't know, something about it is just giving more cool than like dressed up dolly kind of way, if that makes sense. I also like that this top is 100% cotton, so it's very nice and lightweight. And on the website it says that it's supposed to be quite sheer, but I didn't really feel like it was that sheer, especially on. I think black tops especially don't really come across as very sheer when you wear them. Here, this kind of shows. See, it like looks a little, you can see me, it looks a little sheer holding it up, but I wouldn't describe it as a 2 on the sheer scale as they did on the website. I didn't really find that concerning at all. So I really like this one. I thought I was gonna keep the silk cami, and I'm kind of actually leaning towards keeping this one and sending that one back. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I find that I can probably style this quite a few different ways, and I would probably get quite a bit of use out of it, surprisingly, in my fall wardrobe. I got this one in a size small, and I like the way it fits. It's a little loose around the little peplum kind of kick out here, and I like that. I think it gives me a lot of room and it feels very comfortable. I don't feel too constrained or anything. This reminds me a lot of the Sparrow top. I used to have that top and I really like the fit, but I sold it. So maybe this will be my replacement for it. Before I get into the last item, which is a dress here, I did want to mention last year I did try on the Veda dress in the green that they had last year. They relaunched it this year again in red. So if you're looking for a review of that dress, I'm going to link the video here just so you can go see my review on it and the fit and everything. I didn't think that I needed to reorder it again for this year. I have no use for it. I'm not usually invited to any big fancy holiday parties, so I really do not have a use for such a beautiful dress, but it's gorgeous, and if you have a big party coming up, I would totally recommend it. So go check out my video from last year on that one. All right, so final dress. I picked out the Ivalene dress. This one is really giving Thanksgiving, and I just kind of wanted to see what this one looked like in person. In terms of fabric, I was expecting them to use a silk in this style because they have the inset lace, and I feel like they've been doing that on mainly their silk styles. But this is actually a really heavyweight viscose. It feels like silk, you know, but it's not. So really heavyweight. Because of that, I feel like it's almost a little too heavy, and it's quite slippery. So it has this tie in the back, and it was really hard for me to get this to stay tied because the fabric is so heavy and slippery. So one thing to note, the front has this inset lace and once again this velvet bow. I did not have to untie this velvet bow to get it over my head. So this one can stay looking nice. And then there is a side zipper somewhere around here. Yes, side zipper along the seam here. And as I mentioned, big tie bow in the back. So lots of little details that make this dress very special. And the print is this kind of beautiful wildflower print. It's definitely giving fall harvest season. All of that said, lovely details. This dress is not for me. I just did not like this on me. It does not look cool or cute or anything. It just kind of makes me look, I don't know, old. I'm not really sure. I didn't really like it. Maybe giving a little bit too much of like a pilgrim or something. It just really was not my style. So not a fan of this one personally. This is going back. I think part of it is the fabric is so heavy, which I can see being nice, especially as it gets cooler, but I just didn't like how slippery it was. I don't know, something about that. And then these front details are just not things that work on me, and I know that, but I just wanted to give this one a try. So maybe it'll look cooler on you than it does me. I think just because I'm shorter and already have kind of softer features, it just kind of adds on to that, and it just doesn't make me look cool. I think the model looks really cool on the website. she can rock it. I don't know what's different. Maybe she's just taller and the length works better on her, but really wasn't for me. So I'm gonna include my try-on clips here. You can decide for yourself if this is something that you think might work for you better than it did me. Okay, so that is my haul for the first part of the holiday collection. I'm definitely keeping this Petra cardigan. I love it. And I'm kind of in between either the polka dot top or the silk cami. So let me know, what are your thoughts on that? And maybe I'll decide on those over this weekend. And I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.